Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and I am the owner of a crochet business called The Cotton Florist, and today we are doing the Mystery Jar Challenge. So if you haven't heard of the Mystery Jar Challenge, it's where you put all of your crochet projects that you want to do into a jar and then blindly pick them out. So the jar kind of chooses what you're going to be doing. I mean, you choose first by putting them into the jar, but then you have to randomly pick out. So I've seen a few people do this over the years. I think Wonder Crochet was doing it, Crochet by Sammy, and the girl who knots recently has me influenced to try it this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to be using free patterns. So I've gone through my Instagram saved section and I have scrolled and I have saved so many free patterns. So I thought it would be a great idea to go through all of those free patterns today and pick out a handful of the ones that I really want to do, and some that I've just had saved forever and would like to just see whether I get it to do it. So the reason I've decided to do free patterns and not paid, despite me having a lot of paid patterns I haven't looked at yet, is because then you guys can do it too. So if you see a pattern you like, you'll be able to crochet it as well because it is free. So I will probably do another one of these going through my paid patterns because I would like to get those done. But for now, we're going to do free patterns. So I have a bunch of patterns here in this little, it's a dish. This is basically a mystery dish. So I don't think I have any kind of like big jar. So I'm just using this because, you know, let's do it. So I put a bunch of them in. And now I'm going to randomly pick one out and crochet it. So let's go. Okay, giving it a whirl. I can't see. Oh, what's on my shirt? Fluff. So giving it a whirl, picking one out. Now I've also been clever and have put the Instagram handle for the free pattern on so I can find it easily. Is this upside down? Oh, it's the Magikarp pattern. Okay, awesome. So this is the Magikarp pattern by Sir Pearl Grey, and I've had this saved for ages. So that's the one we're going to do right now. Let me find it on my phone so I can show you guys what we're working with. Okay, this is the pattern. It is of course free, and I think, okay, they've done theirs in worsted weight yarn. I'm gonna do it in plushie yarn. So we need orange, yellow, white, pink, and a little bit of black. I've got a lot of orange. So let's pick out the colors. White, I actually don't need a lot of white, so I can probably use it from my smaller piles. I think this is a pretty good Magikarp color. It's a nice bright orange, like a very deep orange color. And then we have yellow. We just need it looks like a ballerina pink and white, black. This looks like the right pink. I can tell this is Hobby Toucan, so ooh, it feels yucky to crochet with. Won't feel yucky on the plushie. It's just not my preference of yarn. And white. Okay, the black is a very small little, I think it might even be cotton. But anyway, this is the colors we are going to be using to make our Magikarp. So let's get started on that now, and I will check in when I have a little bit done. So we've done the mouthpiece and the two fins. I've also finished these two whiskers and the two eyes. Quick progress update for the Magikarp, and here it is. So it's looking pretty good. We're getting there. Haven't done the mouth yet, and I also haven't done the second like little fins. So I'll show you the pieces that I've got to go. So he also has these two little like mouth pieces, which will, I guess, like attach here, like on either side. And he also has, oh, I've got two more of these little fins to add on onto his side. So I'm not sure how they're gonna go. Maybe like that or like that. Oh yeah, maybe like that. So there we go. So I have 3 pieces or 4 pieces to add on. I do have his mouth as well, but I'm kind of confused by it. Oh, I've lost it. Where did it go? Okay, I found it. It's here. It's a very big mouthpiece, and it kind of like, it's huge. So I'm not too sure what's happening. I might modify this a little bit to make it not as big, unless it kind of needs to be folded over, but I'm not too sure. There's also no assembly instructions with this pattern, which I wasn't too sure what's going on there. So maybe it's folded, but his mouth is very big. So I may end up making a new mouth, or maybe that's normal. I'm gonna have to check the pictures of Magikarp again and see if that's how it's meant to be. But yeah, he's coming along, and he's quite a sizable plushie. Obviously, I think the original one was made with acrylic yarn, so that's why it's obviously going to be bigger with this, which is Premier Parfait Chunky. But it is a very good plushy size. So I'm going to attach the bottom of the fins and also the little whiskers and the side fins. And then I'm going to figure out how to attach the mouthpiece. And whether I make a new one or just try and kind of make it work by bending it. Because we did have to do back loops only. So there is like the bend, but I just don't really know how it kind of goes. But we'll figure that out. And then hopefully when you see me again, this guy will be done. Okay, so a little update. We have Magikarp almost finished. So I have made his bottom fins, attached everything together. As for his mouth, I kind of did what I mentioned, like I wasn't too sure what to do, so I have folded where the back loop only is and then kind of put them together. There is a hole here because it wasn't meant to be closed. So I'm going to put some black felt in here and then, yeah, that will be it. Magikarp is all done. So now that Magikarp is done, we can get our ball and we can choose another project. So I've got all the projects in here. So I'm obviously not looking which one to get. This one. So we have, I can't read upside down. So it is Chubby Totoro. So this is the Chubby Totoro pattern that I've seen and really want to do by Anako Studio. So that is the one we're going to be doing next. So I'm not too sure what my grey yarn collection is like. However, I did go to Spotlight the other day and got one of these. So this is the Motivera ball. It's the Blankie. So they're the much thicker yarn. So I'm thinking I might even do it in this one so it works up big. And I might also, depending on how quick it is, do a regular size one in my Parfait Chunky. So if I have the grey yarn or a grey yarn, I'm going to use it in like the Parfait Chunky. Otherwise, I will do it in this blanket yarn. So I'm going to get started on this and then we can have a look and see what it looks like and if I do both, what the size differences are, I guess. If you're wondering where you are, you're in my kitchen. So I'm going to do the next part from here because I just got home and I wanted to show you guys something because I've just heard that, and I don't know if this is true, so let me know, but in the US, they don't do something called hot cross buns. So in Australia, pretty much from the start of the year now, we have these things installed called hot cross buns and it's for Easter. It's like an Easter bread. It used to just be like a sultana version. Now it's like chocolate and there's like all different types, but it used to come out at Easter and now it comes out earlier than that so we can enjoy the goodness for longer. But it's basically, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's these hot cross buns and they are so good. I just bought some today because I realized they were in the shop, so I thought I'll show you guys these and just find out for sure. Is this not an American thing? You guys don't have these? I'm going to have one with a cup of tea very shortly, but I thought I would show you what I've done with this Totoro. So this is him. He is a little potato at the moment because he does not have his ears. They always look really strange at this stage, like no ears, no nose, no little markings, like his tummy markings. The pattern also comes with a leaf, so I'm going to put the leaf on his head too. This is how far I started. I think I mentioned in my last clip that I might use the Veramoda blanket yarn or I might use Parfait Chunky. It turns out I don't have any more Parfait Chunky in grey, but I did have this Veramoda chunky yarn in white and grey, so at least I was able to still do it. So I'm gonna have to put an order in for my normal grey yarn, but at least we could do it with this. And he did work up nice and chunky, which I'm really loving. Like he's really chunky. So I'm gonna get started on his ears and his leaf, and then I'll let you know what he's looking like as he's finished. Okay, let's finish this Totoro. We only have the ears to go and some of the facial features, so using the same pattern as I showed you before, and a quick tea break to start us off. Now the great thing about this no-sew pattern is that we do not have to actually create two individual ears. We can just crochet them directly into the head using chains and then half double crochets into the chain, which just makes it really easy. You don't have to have so many individual pieces and it just makes it so much faster. So this pattern was actually really quick to work up. It was really nice not having to sew the individual feet and arms. So just having every single thing as just one piece made it so much easier. And he's looking really cute at this stage. Obviously with the ears being sewn in this way, they aren't quite as sturdy, so you will have to kind of keep pulling them up to make them stand up nice and straight. If you're playing with it, they will kind of move around. So speeding it up for you guys here. So Now I just need to make one more of the ears, and also tying them off I always do a double knot just to make sure that they are secure. Looking cute, but obviously not finished. We need to now put the upside down V's on his belly so that he actually looks like Totoro. Now you can do as many of these upside down V's as you like. I generally would do as many as I can fit on his tummy depending on how big yours has worked up. In this one I can do around 3 on top and 2 on the bottom, but if you have a really big Totoro you can obviously do the right amount, which I think is around 4 or so on the top and bottom. But he's looking cute now, but not quite finished, so I do like to put facial features on my Totoros. This pattern didn't actually say to do it, but I think it looks more like Totoro if you do put on his nose and his whiskers. So I'm just using acrylic yarn at this point just to put some little finishing touches on. Okay, so for each side I am doing 2 whiskers, and then we'll finish it off by doing the whiskers on the other side and then doing his little nose. I ended up having to go in and redoing the whiskers on one side because they were a little uneven and didn't really match my second side, so I've gone ahead and redone that, and now they look much better and all done. Now it's time to put on the nose. And I basically just get the same black and just loop it around a few times, a couple of stitches, and that is it. His nose is all done. Very simple but looks really cute, and now he looks like Totoro. Okay, Totoro is done and he's looking super cute and chubby. I think if I was to do this again, I would use a chunkier yarn for his leaf so it turns out bigger. But he's just got like a nice little petite leaf on and he's just looking super cute. I added a nose which was not in the pattern because I feel like he doesn't look like Totoro without his nose, so I just added one in. But other than that, it is an awesome free pattern. Highly recommend it. And I'm definitely going to be making a bunch of these for my markets because they just work up quickly and they're chunky. So how can you say no? Okay, so now that that one's done, we are going to go back into the jar of random little patterns. So of course, not looking again, I'm going to pick up anyone. This one, you guys can see, is upside down again. So I don't know if that's focused. Chubby Fish by Nooks Hooks. Okay, I know this one. This one is one that I've had on my list for a long time or a little while. I don't know actually. I think I only discovered it recently and added it to my favorites. So I'll have a look at it now and I'll show you guys on Insta. She actually has a bunch of really cute plushies on her Insta. But the free pattern is right here and it is these No So Chubby Fish. So I've wanted to try these out because they look like they'd be great keychain sizes. I'm not quite sure how big they'll work up to be because there's nothing really for me to reference, but I'm going to try them because I have a lot of random scraps of yarn that I'd like to get rid of. And I thought this could be a really great pattern just to get rid of all those extra colorful yarn pieces that aren't quite enough to make, you know, big plushies, but would be great for keychains. Some of them have worked up in decent size. I'm just looking at the pattern testers and you can see some of them are like pretty decent sizes. So maybe depending on the yarn, but I'm just going to use Parfait Chunky as usual and we'll see how they work up. I don't really have any colorful, oh, I do have some. I don't have very many colorful blanket yarns. So I'm just going to use Premier Parfait Chunky and we'll see how it turns out. But I'll make a couple of them and then I'll show you guys what they look like. Okay, so I have just finished the fish and here it is. It is so cute. This little guy worked up surprisingly quick and as you can see, he uses the 2 colored yarns, which is really great if you're wanting to destash some yarns and just use up like leftover bits. Because the light colors obviously is just kind of like the start and there's not very much used, and also like the fins and the tails. So yeah, this is a really great pattern. It worked up quick and it did work up chunkier than I thought. Like that is just such a cute little chunky fish. Very happy with this guy. I'm going to make a few more. I was going to make a few more and add it into this video, but I don't know if I'll have time. If I do have time, I'll just append it to the end of this video and you can just see the different colors that I've got. But I do want to make one in blue. I've got these two blues. They're very similar color. Like I don't think they barely even come off as different blues in this video. But yeah, so I'm going to make a few more of these fish. And if I have time to add it in before I edit this vlog, then I will definitely show you guys what they all look like. So I forgot to put the fin on, but here it is now all done. But that is the end of my mystery jar challenge. It's actually been a really fun challenge to do because it's forced me to use up patterns that I've had saved for either a long time or just patterns that I know that I'm saving but I'm probably never going to actually use. I think that's the problem with just saving things on Instagram. It's so easy to just save something without actually ever going back and using it, and it kind of gets lost. So I'm going to do another one of these mystery jar challenges with my free patterns, and also going to be doing one with the patterns that I have that I've paid for that I've just not used. So it's a good motivation to really get me to try new patterns as well, because if I'm market prepping, I'm kind of looking specifically for patterns that I've done before that I know I can work up quickly. But this is a great way to find new patterns that I can incorporate into my markets. Like these guys can definitely be on like bag charms. Like these are bag charm size. Keychains are a little bit big, but bag charm size for sure. Otherwise, just like really cute little mystery box size plushies, like for $18. I think this is a great size. So yeah, so I'm going to be looking at more of these patterns that I have saved and seeing if I can find any more golden ones. But I will also be doing more of these videos to show you guys what I end up finding. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe and like and hype, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.